He is at um he's at a meeting. I can't remember exactly what it is. He's at
Oh,
a
yeah.
like a convention.
Oh,
I think.
got it. Yeah, Andrew's been traveling to a lot of he was at Blueprint for I believe
Yeah.
that's Zillow or Ignite, which one of whatever one of those. He's been to a lot of real estate agent conventions lately, giving people actually just learning from the industry, learning from real estate agents, learning absorbing even more on top of all the experience that he has as a real estate agent. And so I believe he's out in Colorado this week.
Yeah.
And so it's just going to be me until Friday. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and hit record on this side.
Yep.
And then
You're
let me,
live.
oh, nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. I'm going to just hit record here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to iConnect University, where we want to help and support and partner with all the real estate agents out there in order to help you guys, better your business through tech, right? Lots of consumers are now very tech driven, I want to say. A lot of consumers are on social media. A lot of consumers are utilizing all sorts of different types of apps on their phones. And we want to be able to bring a prop tech app to real estate agents to really help support your business and grow your business. And so my name is Cameron Evans. For those of you that don't know, I am co-host and today just host of iConnect University. We're going to be getting into some interesting stuff. I'm going to get into basically how to set up your profile as beautiful as possible. So when buyers actually do find you on the app, you're actually giving off a very great digital first impression. Because that's, I mean, in sales, I know a little bit about sales, not as much as Andrew, but just the little that I know about sales, it's all about first impressions. It's the difference between somebody coming, to be honest, first impressions are the difference between actually closing a deal and not. And so we want to make sure that when buyers find us anywhere, that we have an amazing digital first impression when it comes to them. So in order to do that, we're going to set up our profile within the iConnect app. And then I'm going to show you guys how to get on your first 10, 15, 20, 100 consumers onto your app and start to stick to them and create this lifelong connection with them until they actually purchase a home and then some, when they refer you business and all that good stuff. And so without further ado, let's get into setting up the profile. So I'm just going to go right directly into my app. And for those of you that don't, for those of you that are brand new, I would advise just logging into your app. What's up, Jonathan? I would advise just logging into your
So,
app, heading over to the agent profile screen. And then what we're going to do is basically set up this. Let me transition over. So we're going to be setting up this for everybody. And so it's where you have your name, your city's chosen, your services chosen, and your about me filled out along with your DRE number. I want to emphasize on that, like any sort of marketing material that you guys have digitally or on paper, just make sure you guys have your DRE number on there. And so we make the big guys happy. And then putting your video in there along with some other things to put in there. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just click on here, edit profile. And if you haven't already, you're going to go ahead and click on the little camera that's right there. And then you're going to choose one of your, a screenshot or a headshot for yourself. And it's simple. You just click it and then size it accordingly. And then there it pops up right there. Obviously, all the basic information, your name, phone number, and email is going to be there. Your Agent Why Me video. I'm just going to head over to YouTube real quick. I'm not going to, so let's see, because I'm going to grab the link and just show you how to put it in there. And so I'm going to go over to our iConnect. This is good that I don't have it set up yet, just to show you like the raw, like actually getting to it. And so my video is within iConnect. Whoops. So I actually went to the live stream of iConnect. Don't want that. And so all these are, okay. So my video, okay, let's just pretend that this is my video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this share button right in the middle of the screen. It's going to bring up copy link right above create post. And then, sorry guys, hold on, give me a second. I'm like I'm doing everything today, speaking on top of getting this thing right. And so give me 1 second because it just came off the screen. So yeah, let's not do that. So let's do iPhone. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Quick delay of game. That's all this is. Mm. I'm just getting my screen back on the screen. This is here. Skip, mirror, screenshot, stop mirroring. Okay, here we go. All right, getting back to it. So adding our YouTube channel to our profile, move channel over there, and then we're gonna move this to right there. Okay, and so getting back to it, like on YouTube, I'm not gonna do it because obviously it's. Oh, I thought it did it again. And so what I'm going to do, what you can do is like while the video is right there, you go to the ellipsis on the right hand side, and then you'll see the share button right there. And then it'll pop up copy. And now what it's going to do is I'm going to go back to my agent app and it's going to paste. I'm going to paste that link right there under the Why Me video. And that is as soon as you hit save and then you go back to your profile, that's what brings up this video in the middle. And so again, you want to have like a really good digital first impression, no matter where people are finding you, whether it's on Google or Facebook or social media or whatever it is, especially on the app where consumers are actually looking for real estate agents and actively searching for property through the profiles of the real estate agents. You want to make sure that you have a really good digital first impression for these individuals. And so have that video there. So I'm going to go back to edit profile. And then, so that was our Why Me video. Next is taking your URL from your website and just pasting it right in there. So I'm going to go into Safari. I believe this is, I don't know what it is on the Android. I believe it's, oh man, I totally forgot the name of the
Rome.
searching on. Yeah, there you go. Android on Google. And so when you go into here, you simply go to your branded website. And then as soon as it pops up, you're going to take that link, copy it, and then you're going to go to paste, and you're going to paste that right there. And so now I'm going to show you guys in a second on the customer side what they see when you actually do that. And then obviously your bio, make it personal, make it professional, show them if there's any sort of authority or credibility that you have as a real estate agent. Like, so for example, the founder here, Andrew Warburton, he runs the Warburton team, and they've, I believe it was in the past 3 years, they've closed on over 1,000 transactions. So if I was a real estate agent, I would leverage that in my bio saying, hey, I'm a real estate agent, and on top of me being, a great negotiator and a beer enthusiast and a proud parent, I'm also a part of the #9 ranked real estate team in California. And over the past 3 years, we've helped over 1,000 families. And I know we can do the same for you. And this is where at the end of that, put your DRE number. And then you're going to go ahead and select your location. And so your locations, depending on which subscription you have, Founder, Premier, or Elite. Elite is 5. You could choose 5 service areas. Premier, you could choose 3. And then Founder, you can only choose 1. And so I have Redlands and Temecula in there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit select. And let's say I do the high desert as well. So I'm going to click Adelanto. And now I have Redlands, Temecula, and Adelanto. Those are the 3 cities that I do businesses. I'm going to go ahead and tap done and then head over to save. Your profile is successfully updated. And so now under the name, you see all my cities. You see my about me section there, along with my video that plays as soon as I tap it. And so one of the last things that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit my services. And in here, this is basically, think about it as your menu. When you go to a restaurant, you see a menu of items that you can order, from appetizers to the dinner to the dessert. So this is your, the services that you offer as a real estate agent. Do you do 1031 exchanges? Do you do rentals? Do you help people buy land? Are you good at negotiation, right? Any sort of services that you offer, there's a huge laundry list of them in here. And then I would like to also stress this out too. At the beginning stages of our app, we want to do our best to build an app for agents that was built by agents. And so if you all don't see either a city in there, or you all don't see what's called a service that you specialize in. You may be a and I don't even know if this is in here, but a beachfront property specialist, right? If you don't see that in there, get in contact with us either at support@iconnect.com or whatever it may have you, and we'll talk to our dev team to try to engineer that into the app. And so, but once you choose all of your services, you go ahead and click done, and now your services have been updated. You could choose as many of those services as you like to show consumers what you actually do. So now you have your profile beautifully set up, right? Now, how do I get my consumer base onto the app? How do I as a real estate agent, yeah, how do I get as many people as I can onto this app? I would obviously start off with my friends and family. If I was a real estate agent, I would have, and I had this app, I would go to, my friends and family, and I would tell them, hey, look, I have this amazing app. I'm now an Uber style agent. I'm an agent on demand, and I now can offer on demand services as a real estate agent. And so forgive me as I click over here, just to transition over back to me. So I'm now on demand real estate agent. Obviously, the family member is like, what is that? What does that mean? I'm actually looking to search, actually searching for a home right now. What does that mean, an on demand real estate agent? Well, let me tell you this, family member. You know how right now I noticed that right there your glass is cracked, and I noticed that you also order stuff on Amazon. If you were to go on Amazon and order a new glass, it would probably be here within the next 7 days. It's on demand. If you and your spouse wanted to take a night out in downtown or over here, we're in Temecula, Old Town Temecula, where you just have a good night out, you want to order an Uber service, what do? You go into your app and you schedule a car on demand. Matter of fact, I figured out that for all the dog lovers out there, there's an app out there where you can schedule dog walkers on demand. So a lot of consumer behavior is becoming, hey, I want to just go into my phone and order something or buy something when I want it. And I want it to come when I want it to come. And so for the first time ever, this app is allowing real estate agents to be on demand as well. And so, Mr. Family member, whoever it is, uncle, family, whatever it is, you can go into this app, and I'm going to share it with you in a second. And you go in, and when you find a property in there that you like to see on my branded website, you can go ahead and hit that schedule. And a couple taps later, we're going to have a confirmed appointment, me and you, at the property that we want to go see. Literally, no other agent in this area can say that. And so, Mr. Uncle or Uncle Steve, whatever it is, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go into so let me switch back over here. So I'm going to go into my app after having that conversation with him. I'm going to be like, hey, Uncle, check this out. Look. And so I'm going to go to my share icon, and then I'm going to hit send invite to customer. And then I'm going to hit the gray share bar at the bottom. And then some options should pop up. Share. Okay. So usually you have some share options that pop up, but I believe it's just because I'm screen sharing right now. There's some technical difficulties going on. But an alternative, I would take that copy referral link. So this is another way to accomplish the same thing. Take that copy referral link, open up your text messages, find Uncle Steve or Uncle Bob or whoever your family member is that you're talking to, and go ahead and send that to them. And so now what they get on their side is your website, to where they simply download the app. And then you have now, let me see, you have now created, I want to say, like a lifelong connection with them on top of them being Uncle Bob. And so now over to the customer side. So once you send that over to them, I'm just going to switch devices here for a second, and also switch screens here for a second. And so once you have invited them over to the app, so we're going to get rid of that, bring this up, and bring this to right here. Have this come over here. One man show today, guys. One man show. I would ask for applause if I can hear them. Let's see. So I'm gonna go to S. Boom. Okay, cool. And so now, once you invite your family member or whoever you invite onto the app, this is what they see on their side. Transition. This is what they see on their side. So on top of there, instead of Jenny's beautiful picture, it would be your family member or whoever you invited on there. And this would be what they would see on their side. And they would see that quick connect green bar at the top, where they can just simply click it. And if they wanted to video call you, whatever it may have you, they can, of course, that doesn't work either. And so, but yeah, if they wanted to video call you or just call you in general, chat within the app, they can do that within there. And then on top of that, the uh, searching for properties function. This is that URL that I put into my agent app, right? And so it gives them the ability to just go and search for homes. And as soon as they find one, this beautiful, wow, that has amazing curb appeal, $915,000, 4843 DeBoer Avenue. If I like that home, what I'm going to do, I'm either going to go to the bottom where it says connect here with the agent, and you could see that instead of Aja McGowan, like obviously it would be me or you as a real estate agent, and your face is right there at all times. And so they can either choose to video call you or, oops, choose to video call you, or they could send the link to you. So saying like, hey, Cameron, I was checking out this property. Could we go see this? Or the easiest way is just schedule a tour with you. And so they would go back to their home screen, schedule a tour, and then they would go to, of course, nothing in the app is working today. Fantastic. But they would schedule a tour with you. That would be the function that would happen. And so with that being said, um, I do want to take this time to ask you all for any sort of questions that you have regarding the app. I noticed that we have a couple of new individuals on here that I have not seen before. And so if there's any sort of, questions when people have with the app, when it comes to marketing the app, when it comes to just the app itself, any sort of features that you were looking for within the app, feel free to go ahead and ask any questions. You can do it in the chat or we can unmute you. And but yeah, overall, that's it. That's how you set up your profile. So you have an amazing digital first impression. That is how you invite your first 10, 15, 20, 100, as many people as you want onto the app. And then also what the consumer sees on their side, the buyer or seller, the potential buyer or seller that is searching for property on your app, on your branded website, and how they would actually schedule something with you and the notifications you would get, et cetera, et cetera. And so does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question, Cameron.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When we go post in social media, whether it be, Instagram or TikTok or Facebook,
Mhm.
then our link needs to go into the post somewhere that will ultimately, bring them to us, right?
Mhm.
And then where do I get that link specifically, and like maybe just some like rough idea of like how you would post it, just
Yes.
verbally. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, thank you for because I was about to go into sharing my screen on how to do that. But yes, so you want to so what I would do is go to your invite share icon at the top right hand corner, and then I would copy that URL. And if you were creating, so one place that I would put it is what social media platform are you using?
I have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So, but I think I would like pretty much go with Instagram as my first
Okay.
option there.
So first thing that I would do is I would take that link, so invite share icon at the top right hand corner, and then that green bar that says copy referral link, I would take that and then I would put it in my bio on Instagram. And then above that, I would say like, hey, schedule a tour on demand, are you working with an on-demand real estate agent? And so now it's like it's a header that influences them to want to click that thing. I might be a little bit OCD with, just the wording of everything. And I would go into Bitly and then I would create a Bitly and then attach that link to Bitly and then change the end of the Bitly URL to something like, the only on-demand agent in the Inland Empire or whatever it is, or your city, make it even more centralized. And so that would be one thing that I would do. If I were to put it into a post, I would take that link, do the same thing, either create a Bitly link or take the actual link from the invite share option, and then I would put it in the description of the of the Instagram post. And so that'd be one way that I would do it. If I were to put
Uh,
it in stories, I know on Instagram you can create a story and that story can turn into a reel. And so on stories, you create whatever sort of story, maybe a beautiful property of a beautiful picture of a property in your neighborhood. And then I would put a link so you can go to the top and hit the there's an icon up there that is the like the images and like captions. It gives you all the options to put different elements into the story. One of them is actually a link. And so, which is really, really cool. And so now what I would do, I would take a photo of a property, put it there, and then I would choose that link option and then take the invite share link that's within iConnect. And then I'd put that in there. And then I would say, schedule me on demand to go see this property. And so like, and then I may put instructions there afterwards because there is like 1 or 2 steps for them to actually get onto the app. But yeah, that would I mean, I could probably keep going, but
Yeah.
yeah. But those would be like 3 ways that I would take that link and put it into social media.
Okay, so then and then that link, when they open up when they finally download the app on their site and then they open it up, they're gonna see me at the top,
Yep. So
right?
that green bar at the top, that would be
Right.
you at the top. And
Okay,
so
and then what about well, how does this relate to what my because I know that the link is there, but I also have my I guess what a number not a code that's assigned to me too as well. I mean, I don't see that like that code is like at the end of the link. Do I need that code for something different specifically?
So the unique ID, and this is something that we're actually updating within the app as well, to where as soon as somebody gets the link, it takes them right to the app download, and your unique ID, that's what you're referring to, is
Yeah.
already embedded in that login process, in the sign up process. So we're like working on that right now.
Okay.
Lainey, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're still, developing that side of it. But
Yes.
but as of right now, what you do is the unique ID. So once they click that link, they have to
Hmm.
be instructed to take that unique ID and then put it into their there's a checkbox within the customer side. And once they put it in there, that's when they're basically assigned to you. And so that's when that green bar pops up. If they want to search for properties, you pop up. Like anything they do in the app, you're there always at the top of the app. And so
Okay. Okay, great.
yeah. But yeah, we're doing our best to work with the dev team to turn it into just one link click, and then it's already that unique ID is already attached to that consumer that is using it. And so
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, good questions, man. Really good questions.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Does anybody else have any questions, anything in the chat before we go? Andrew will be back on Friday, I believe. He's in Denver. Shout out to Lou. It's my guy right there. Other than that, if nobody else has any questions, we're gonna go ahead and log off. If you guys have any sort of support questions like Anthony had or anybody else has, you can go hit us up at support@iconnect.com. You can email us. That will go directly to our dev team and our marketing team here. But also make sure to follow us on Instagram at iConnect_official is our Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And watch out for TikTok too. We're about to jump on there as well. And so hope everybody has a great rest of the week. See you guys later.
Thank you, Cameron.
See you, man. Blank.